Hey everyone, this is Hollander Cooper, and we're checking out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows on RadarPlays new releases. Here with me is
Dave Rudden from OXM.
And joining us is the very special
Chris Frechette from Red Fly Studio.
And TMNT Out of the Shadows. So what are we seeing right now?
So we're jumping midway through Chapter 2 to give you guys a little peek at one of the environments that hasn't been shown yet. We'll get a chance to check out April, and then a little bit of the stealth action in the game. Very light stealth element.
Awesome. So this is based on the show. Oh, cutscene.
So a lot of the story is told through comic panels. It felt very appropriate for, this property, and give our concept artists a chance to show off a little bit. So here we got April.
So it looks like everybody's been aged a little bit. Like April looks older than April in the show.
So basically, we stayed within the fiction of the new cartoon. So you'll see Donnie's taller. Mikey's the runt. Raph's got the crack in his shell. So it's definitely influenced from the new Nickelodeon show. But it's like, what if we took those turtles and popped them out and put them into a more realistic setting? And that's kind of what we ended up with. We're trying to do a Turtles game that appealed to, not only the young fans that are finding out about the Nickelodeon show now, but the oldie, the 30-year-old Turtle fans that, maybe haven't been paying attention to Turtles for a while because it skews so young. And this is our opportunity to do that with a more realistic look and whatnot. Just give you guys an idea, these guys are having fun in whatever they're doing. So as far as navigation goes, you'll be able to hop around, grind down rails, do a lot of cool stuff. We can flip over each other. So they're doing their ninja thing.
All right. And I think it's worth noting, if you haven't watched the new show on Nickelodeon, it's super good. I went in with like, honestly, the first time they showed it off and I heard Booyakasha yelled, I got kind of nervous because I'm like, you're just trying to make a new phrase. But then when you start watching it, in context, all that stuff is awesome. And the show is really cool.
There's a context of Booyakasha.
Well, the context is, in the show, they're like, don't do that. That's a stupid thing. Like, it's not like he's trying to be radical and cool and everybody's like, yeah. Like, his character is known for saying dumb stuff, and when he says it, they're embarrassed for him. So it actually ends up being really funny. Like, he just wants to be the person who coins phrases and stuff like that.
So you guys can see, so I entered stealth mode, and I told the other guys to wait. I just took a couple guys out. I can now taunt, tell them to come on, and so they'll join up with me. So like I said, the light stealth element, you can also switch turtles on the fly with the D-pad. So like Raph is right, Leo's left. So I can now, switch and then say, hey, you guys hold up, and then, go on, take some more guys out.
Is Donatello down?
Donatello's down, yes.
Nice.
Mikey's up. We ran out of directions that matched names. So we'll wait this guy out real quick. He's coming, I promise.
I don't believe you. There he is. You were right. So is this mode single player only?
Somebody got spotted.
Oh, no.
So this is 2-player local or 4 players online. Then we also have the arcade mode, which we're going to jump into in a little bit. That's 4-player local, which that is basically, my favorite mode. That's where, Turtles fans will immediately, recognize the inspiration, from the original arcade games.
It's also good to see characters actually get stabbed, because in the show it's like whenever they all have, like, or not all, but they have, like, 2 of the characters have bladed weapons and they just hit people in the side of the head with them all the time. It's good to see him just plunge a weapon into somebody's chest.
And just dislocate that guy's shoulder.
Yeah.
So a little Americana. Raph is the brute, so you've got some ground and pound. He's definitely the no joke character. Mikey is much faster, doesn't do as much damage, but he has a lot of fun, right? He's got kind of almost a capoeira flavor to it. He's also got like some breakdancing elements to him. So
yes,
Mikey's he's a lot of fun, great for button mashers. Donatello's much more composed. He's got almost kind of a kung fu influence to him, right? So you'll see a lot of, Once Upon a Time in China-esque, maneuvers and stuff that he does. We felt like that was very appropriate for him. And then Leo is much more the even kill, like, balanced at everything, does good damage, has good attack cadence, all that kind of stuff. There's also team attack, so I can get with Raph and do the bowling ball move right out of the first movie. Let's see if there's a guy around. I'll try to do a little juggle.
How inspired were you? I mean, obviously there's inspirations from the new show, but how much inspiration did you take from the old cartoon and the films and the comics?
A lot, for sure. Like I said, appealing to an older audience meant, throwing nods to a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of jokes that are thrown in from comic references that, younger fans, aren't going to understand, but new fans, or old fans will definitely pick up on, and new fans wouldn't. Some enemies of the past that you'll see, and then some new enemies that we've created just for this. But as far as like attacks go, there's definitely stuff that we've taken, like the bowl and ball, other team attacks. Like Mikey's got a little handstand attack that he can do that was out of the movie. All kinds of stuff. There's also team attacks, so we can do the little Go Ninja Go dance, right?
I am immeasurably happy right now.
Absolutely, right? And so that was kind of thing is we wanted to hit all those different elements. Everybody's got something different that they love about the Turtles, and so we try to hit upon that.
Managed to escape detection.
Awesome. Yeah, and the villains look kind of inspired by the new show also.
Mm-hmm.
And how long would you say that the story mode is, approximately?
So the story campaign is roughly 5 to 6 hours. As you go through the game, you're going to unlock arcade maps and challenge maps. So you can challenge, you can do survival. So the content just keeps coming, right? All in all, I'd say somewhere between 8 to 10 hours. Nobody's going to beat arcade mode the first time. And all that for basically a $15 price point, part of Summer of Arcade.
Is there a dive kick move like the old arcade games?
Absolutely. So
okay, good.
Basically, the way, and there's also kind of again to pay homage to the old mechanics. If you hit jump and then attack, you'll do a jumping attack. If you hit jump attack quickly, you'll do kind of rising stuff. So those mechanics, I felt like needed to be part of the combat for sure. And I just did a special 360 attack and cut the guy in half in the back. Basically, one of the more unique features about the combat system, as I'm beating guys up, you'll see the green meter building up below. I'll do a little team juggle here and go up with Donnie. And so now I have one full bar. I can do a special attack. So he just did the spinning staff attack. You do that with the right stick. So you rotate 90, 180, 360. And do these unique attacks. And it's like if you played sports games recently, a lot of guys are going to the right stick, and that's kind of where the mastery comes in, right? Where you can button mash and have a lot of fun. Young gamers can get on it, but to really master the system, you've got to start using some of these more advanced techniques. And here's just an example of the hacking mini game. So Donnie's going to come up, and you got to connect the terminals without impeding the progress of the other ones. So.
Is Donatello the only one who can do hacking because he does machines?
Originally he was, but then everybody was like, you know what, maybe we should just make him have the hacking device that everybody can use. So not anybody can use it. But originally, yes, I was pretty adamant about Donnie is the man. So
awesome. Should we should probably jump into arcade mode.
Some arcade mode.
Yeah. Get some multiplayer action going. And you said it was part of the Summer of Arcade, right?
Absolutely. Which kicks off, I believe, this week, right? And then, so we're coming out on the 28th. Really excited, doing the digital game, Summer of Arcade. It's kind of where the big boys in digital play, right? So that was kind of a goal of ours, was to be able to make that happen.
Are there plans to come out on other platforms in the future?
Yeah, so it'll be on Steam as well, and then PSN shortly after.
Oh, nice little arcade cabinet.
So this is, obviously Donnie has put this together. So like I said, as you're playing through the game, there's 4 chapters in the campaign, 7 environments throughout, and each time you get through the chapter, it'll unlock a new environment. So a new arcade map, new challenge modes. Jump in. All right, so everybody pick your favorite turtle.
Oh wait, I don't think this was mentioned on the video before, but the song playing in the background.
TURTLE Power.
Yes.
Yeah. So Partners in Crime. Again, doing a game for more adult turtle fans. Really wanted to hit that nostalgia factor, and there's nothing like time traveling back to 1990, that original movie soundtrack.
Yeah. I loved that movie so much, and so scared to go back and rewatch it.
It holds up, man. Jim Henson did the suits, right? That's some of his best work. Like they look outstanding. I mean, it was just awesome.
I need to go back and watch it then.
Yeah.
Can you say the same for the sequels?
Not so much. So X is your attack, Y is kick. So you can mix those together to do different combinations. A is evade, and so you can use it to jump, but you can also use it to flip over stuff, flip over enemies, like we just showed, do jump attacks, all kinds of cool stuff like that. And then B is counter. In arcade, the action's pretty hot and heavy, but if you see a guy glow like he just did, you hit counter, you'll go into kind of a counter pose, and so you're kind of in that ready state. When that happens, counter.
And what button was that? Because I wasn't
B.
paying attention. So I was punching the heck out of a guy with a stick.
So I just knocked a guy up. Raph just went and knocked him down. So as you're beating guys up, you'll watch your not only the green meter go up, but your combo meter's going up. If you get to 10 hits, it'll change colors. That means you're ready for a turtle power KO, which is like a one-hit knockout. So when that happens, you hold right trigger and then hit X. And you guys can also try the special attacks. If you hold right trigger and then rotate the right stick. So I just did a 180 right there. Donnie's doing some 90s. So those are bigger attacks. As you go through the game, you'll unlock 360s, all kinds of craziness. And then maybe we should show off the special weapons. Every time you beat a chapter, you'll unlock a special weapon. So like Raph, if you hit the right or left trigger once and then left shoulder, you'll equip your special weapon. Hit the trigger one more time. There you go. So he pulls out the Iron Fist.
Nice.
Donnie, if you do it, you'll pull out the Gravity Gauntlet. So fans from the left shoulder. There you go. So these are, big time, special weapons. So now if you do a 180 with Don, like you'll snatch a guy up and lift him, and then do some really crazy stuff. Rap's got the Iron Fists. Mikey's got the Surigama from the show. So these are pretty cool. Like there you go, it's a little force push.
Yeah. Donatello is a ninja now, or a Jedi as well as a ninja and a turtle. Bet you didn't know that, Internet. Take that, Michael Bay. And how many, you said you unlock the arcade levels as you play?
As you're playing the normal campaign, you're going to be unlocking arcade maps and then challenge maps as well. So I think, people are going to play the campaign, maybe play it online, and then, you're going to have your buddies come over, and this is what you're going to be playing. Or you're going to be playing survival mode, which is just basically like the endless horde mode, like playing for leaderboards, how high are you going to get type of thing.
How many arcade levels are there?
7. And they get increasingly difficult. So like the bar is pretty low right now, but then it gets really wild.
It's funny, if you go back and play like the original like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade games, they only had like 7 levels in them. They were just super hard. So probably I'd imagine lengthwise it's not much different.
It's about this. Well, this is about 2 hours. We just picked up pizza. Obviously, pizza's the health pack of the game.
As it should be.
Absolutely.
Is there a pizza shooter in the game that we're able to lose all of the pizzas under the fridge? Is that an option at any point?
That is not.
Missed opportunity. Sequel.
I really had, being a big Turtles fan, like this was such a great, opportunity. Nice.
That was a throwback.
Yeah. I just got super scared, like on a weird primal level of my childhood, getting hit by that damn car. I'm not going to sleep well tonight. And it's all Turtles' fault. Or I guess Shredder's fault. Splitting hairs. So there's no... I know obviously the graphics wouldn't support it, but there's no plans to bring anything like this to portables?
There's another Nickelodeon title coming out that's, I think, more based on the show that's going to be on 3DS, I believe, coming out the holidays.
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with that.
But it likely won't be a nostalgia-gasm like this.
Right.
More focused on the show.
Yeah.
Less go ninja, go ninja, go. How did you what button was that earlier? Can we do that in this mode as well?
Yeah, so in the normal game, use the D-pad. So we'll kill these guys, and then we can do some taunts. You'll switch with the D-pad, right? So Leo's left, Raph is right, Donnie's down. If you use your button, so Raph, if you hit right, Donnie, if you hit down, you'll taunt, so you can show off. But then when we get, together, we'll do a little team high five. You can do like shell bumps, then there's the random dance. It's very random. There's a shell
There we go.
bump. Let's see. Come on, do the dance. Very
Should we
random.
all hit it at the same time, or is it?
There we go.
There we go.
Ninja, go ninja.
Awesome.
Nice.
And like you saw, we just flip over each other. We can do jump kicks off each other.
Yeah, they move like they do on the show, which is just like needless parkour. It's just
Right.
like a wall, and then they just jump and kick. Like when you're like, after you watch a bunch of Ninja Turtles as a kid, and you're like, I could do that, and you go and you just kind of like kick off a mailbox for a second, and you're just like, whoa. It's essentially how they move.
So Donnie, hold right trigger and do a clockwise 360.
Check this out.
I think it gave you the 180. So you just sling them over.
Fine, I'll get to it. I'll do it.
Down but not out. Watch this. Good night, Dragon.
And I don't know if you guys can hear, they're kind of bantering in the background. Still talk a little smack. You get knocked down. They'll
Is
be
it the
like,
voices from the show?
It's not. It's unique cast.
They sounded Michelangelo sounded very similar.
You know, you got to capture the character and you know the spirit of the Turtles. You know, they've changed looks, they've changed a lot of things over the years, but you know, definitely finding their personalities was a big deal.
Awesome. So this is TMNT Out of the Shadows coming out on XBLA this month. What was the date exactly?
The 28th.
Awesome. And be sure to check back for more news about this and more Radar Plays, new releases, whenever new releases come out.
Cowabunga.
Booyakasha.
Or Booyakasha, yeah.
All me chips, all me cakes, and snack packs. Guess me junk food is really